Here at HLN, we're going to tell you all week about very specific ways you can live better, and there's no easier way to live better than to eat better.
Part of this puzzle of how are we going to help Americans get healthy is to get rid of the fake food and go back to real food, the way nature intended. We're talking about how we can all live better now. We're talking real food, fruits, veggies, food that isn't processed in a box, isn't made in a factory and loaded with chemicals and additives and emulsifiers and all sorts of names we can't pronounce. One of the biggest myths is that real food doesn't taste good, that only processed, prepackaged foods do. Well, I want to go straight out to my guest, Christine Avante. She is the author of Skinny Chicks Eat Real Food. It's such a brainwashing that somehow mangoes, pineapples, bok choy, those don't taste good, but something that's made in a box by a bunch of people wearing white hats, that does taste good? It's nonsense.
I couldn't agree with you more, Jane. It's absolute craziness. And not only that, but these processed fake foods cause a lot of health issues. They're a big reason why a lot of people cannot ever seem to feel satisfied with eating these factory foods, so they continue to eat and eat and eat, and they gain weight. These factory foods are loaded with salt and extra sugars to kind of replace the flavor that you would get in real food. So that's a big issue as well.
You're absolutely right. I was explained to me the other day by Brendan Brazier's an ultramarathoner. He said that when we have cravings, it's actually we're looking for nutrients for our body. So we take on all these calories eating junk food, but it doesn't stop the craving because the craving is for the nutrients that aren't contained inside the junk food. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the thing is when you get a factory food, really, I mean, it's not really a food anymore. The nutrients have been taken out, the fibers have been taken out, they've been replaced with texturizers, emulsifiers, different colorings, and things to make it look thick or seem crunchy, when if you just eat real food, you're going to get all the real flavor. Yes, it doesn't last as long in your refrigerator. You know, you're not going to have fresh fruits and vegetables and whole grains lasting, weeks and months on end. But food was never meant to be like that. You should be shopping locally at your farmers markets or even at your regular grocery store and getting your stuff every other day or every few days, as opposed to leaving stuff in your shelves in your kitchen for weeks and months on end. And, these additives, the colorings, the dyes, the MSGs, they're all very, very bad. I go into detail in my book on actually what the health problems are that are associated with these, and it's very scary stuff. What I would say is keep it simple, keep it real, eat real food, shop the outer perimeter of the grocery stores you see on the screen, and do your best to inform yourself of how to feed you and your family real food.
You talk about colorizing, emulsifying, stabilizing, and texturizing. All of this, I can't say it, that's put into foods that then are put into boxes. We're paying for all the packaging when nature made simple, edible food that is actually cheaper. That's another myth, that it's more expensive to eat healthy. It's not true.
No, it's not true. And you can actually sign up for what's called a CSA box locally in your neighborhood. You can look at these online. I talk about them in my book, but it's a community-supported agriculture box. And what you do is every week they'll deliver the box, and you get an assortment of seasonal fruits and vegetables at a very low price. Most of the time they are organic. So that's a really good, expensive way to go.
Well, you are proof